morning, everybody. Say during our last meet itself, I give I gave or I did give a format pertaining to or pro forma pertaining to the preparation of your cost sheet. Say, though not thoroughly well versed, at least you could have a glance over the contents incorporated in the cost sheet. Now, with the help of a live example, we shall illustrate how about the preparation of cost sheet. Say, this could be elaborated with the help of an example. One problem is given. From the following, prepare cost sheet for the year ended 31st March 2019. Now, this information pertaining to cost sheet is concerned, it is being categorized under two periodicity or periods. First, 31st March 2018, in the sense for the year ended 31st March 2018, and in the second instance, 31st March 2019, implying 31st March 2018 is concerned, automatically fag end of the year 18 automatically shall become the opening stock for the succeeding year or for the year 2019. Say thus, this is closing balance, whereas this information pertains to the year 2019. Now, what different informations are being given in the problem? Stock of finished goods given as 6,000 and 15,000 respectively, implying 6,000 is concerned, it is the opening stock of finished goods, because the periodicity mentioned is 31st March 18, and the stock of finished goods reflected for the year 31st March 2019 stood at rupees 15,000, implying this is the closing stock of finished goods. Thereupon, second one, stock of raw material. Stock of raw material for the year ended 31st March 2018 implies that, say, this will be the stock of raw material on 1st April 2019, in the sense opening, then this is closing. Say thus, opening stock of raw material stood at 40,000 and closing stock of raw material at the fag end of the year stood at rupees 50,000. So also, work in progress stood at rupees 15,000 and 10,000 respectively. It does mean to say that, say, the work in progress reflected or depicted in the year 31st March 2018 column is concerned, it is nothing but opening work in progress, whereas reflected in the column 31st March 2019 implying closing stock of work in progress. Thereupon, with regard to the rest of the items of or heads of expenditure are concerned, definitely it has not been mentioned for the year ended 31st March 2018. It does mean to further state that definitely these are the distinct expenses incurred for the purpose of either producing or for the purpose of manufacturing goods produced during the financial year ended 31st March 2019. Now, purchase of raw material stood at rupees 4,75,000, in the sense to convert the raw material into finished product for the year 31st March 2019. How much worth of raw material is consumed? Say the worth of raw material consumed stood at rupees 4,75,000. Now, expenses incurred pertaining to such either purchase or for the purpose of acquisition of raw material is concerned. In this example or in this problem, carriage inwards stood at rupees 12,500. Now again, say 12,500 is concerned, it is related to purchase of raw material pertaining to the year 2019. Automatically, say, though the stock of raw material purchases stood at rupees 4,75,000, with the addition of carriage inwards amounting to 12,500, automatically the purchase price of raw material, it gets inflated by a magnitude of rupees 12,500. Now, wages stood at rupees 1,75,000. Say, when we begin to solve the problem, we shall have a convincing approach. Thereupon, works manager's salary. During my last meet itself, I did make a reference pertaining to manager's salary. In this example, specifically given as works manager's salary, where the works manager works, he works in the factory establishment. As such, works manager salary, it can be roped within the ambit of your factory overhead. Thereupon, factory employees salary, where the employees are working, they are working in the factory premises. Definitely, factory employees salary, it can also be roped within the jurisdiction of your factory overhead. Then, next item given in the problem is factory rent, tax and insurance. Definitely, rent, tax and insurance incurred were incurred for the purpose of factory establishment. As such, it can also be categorized under the caption factory overhead. Thereupon, power amounting to rupees 9,500. I do admit, power is concerned, it will be incurred. I mean, expense in respect of power is concerned, it will be equally incurred in the office also. But looking to the magnitude of the amount, definitely it is but common knowledge that power is mostly used in the factory establishment, and there is every justification to categorize it under the head factory overhead. Say thus, power amounting to rupees 9,500 to be included under the caption of your factory overhead. Thereupon, production expenses. With regard to production expenses, there is every justification to go in for making an assumption. Production expense, say maybe it is for the purpose of converting raw material into finished product. We can very well presume that production expense, it is incurred in the factory. Though it is incurred in the factory, it could very well be because production, when wages to the tune of rupees 1,75,000 having been paid pertaining to conversion of raw material into finished product, production expenses, it might have been incurred in the under the component of your prime cost or element of your prime cost. If you make the assumption that production expenses is incurred in the factory establishment, definitely there is nothing wrong even in categorizing it under the head factory overhead. Say better you write a footnote at the bottom. Now, next item of expense is general expenses. In this problem, general expense stood at rupees 32,500. Say general expense is concerned, there is every justification to presume that general expenses usually will be incurred in the office and administration section. Say thus, as such, general expenses, it can very well be categorized under the head office and administration expenses. Now, sales only for the purpose of ascertainment of whether profit or loss. Sales will be of immense use for us. Now, income tax. Income tax, definitely it can never be presumed to be a cost item because income tax payable on the total income received by the company, definitely it will not constitute a part of the cost component. As such, income tax should be excluded. Income tax, it has nothing to do in relation to our cost sheet. Then dividend. What is dividend? Divide at the end is dividend. Nothing but appropriation of profitability. So now, appropriation of profit when in the form of dividend is concerned, here also dividend cannot be a part of the cost component, cannot be part of the cost element as such, and as such, it should also not be taken into consideration for the purpose of preparation of your cost sheet. Then debenture interest, purely a financial item or financial charge. Debenture interest is concerned, it also cannot be taken into consideration under in the preparation of our cost sheet. Say thus, these three items are concerned. First one, income tax, then dividend and debenture interest are concerned. They should never be taken into consideration for the purpose of preparation of cost sheet because they never constitute a part of the cost component as such. Now, last one, selling expenses. Selling expenses stood at rupees 9,250. When selling expense stood at rupees 9,250, definitely it constitutes a part and parcel of the cost of sales. It should be categorized under the head selling and distribution overhead. Say thus, this is about the theoretical elaboration pertaining to the, or in a way, a kind of dissection of the problem. Now, let us make an attempt to solve the problem. Say, before we could solve the problem, you better go through or you keep it before you the format of cost sheet. Say, in the first instance, material consumed, it is given in the, or it was earlier dictated, material consumed. How it is arrived at? Material consumed can be arrived at by adding to the opening stock of raw material. Purchases made during the year should be added. Then carriage inwards should also be added. Then closing stock to be deducted. Say thus, opening stock of raw material, add purchase of raw material made during the year, less closing stock of raw material. Furthermore, one more item of expense is there. That is your carriage inwards. Add carriage inwards less closing stock of raw material. It gives us the material consumed during the current period. In this example, stood at rupees 4,77,500. Where this information pertaining to 40,000, where it could very well be ascertained. It could be ascertained here because stock of raw material on 31st March 2018, beginning 31st March 2018, sorry, 2019, closing. Say thus, opening stock of raw material 40,000, add purchase of raw material 4,75,000, add carriage inwards 12,500, less closing stock of raw material rupees 50,000. The net worth of material consumed during the period would be, or during the year would be 4,77,500. Now, which is the second item of prime cost or element of cost? Second element of direct cost is concerned, it is your direct wages. Specifically given in the problem as, say, if you go through the problem, wages stood at rupees, or wages, amount of wages given at rupees 1,75,000. Say thus, 1,75,000, it is the direct wages. Now, production expense stood at rupees 43,000. Say now, there is every justification because production expense, because in addition to production expense, if it were to be categorized under that factory overhead, it has a number of items, and as such, definitely making an assumption that production expense, it is an element of prime cost. We have categorized it under the head prime cost, that is your direct cost. Say, if it were to be categorized, if it were to be treated as factory overhead, then it could very well be added here, or it could very well be included here. But we have made an assumption that production expense, it is an element of, or an item of direct cost, and as such it has been included here. So thus, summation of or addition of direct material consumed plus direct wages plus direct expenses, it gives us a prime cost. In this problem, prime cost stood at rupees 6,95,500.
We have arrived at prime cost. Now, accordingly, prime cost stood at rupees 6,95,500. Now, to have a grip over the curriculum, better you go through the contents or format of the cost sheet. Say the next item of expense included or incorporated in the format of cost sheet is your factory overhead. Now, with regard to factory overhead is concerned, summation of all indirect expenses incurred in the factory premise or factory establishment, it is called as what? Factory overhead. All indirect only. Now, works manager's salary. Works means factory, both are synonymous. Works manager's salary stood at rupees 30,000 plus employees' salary. Usually, most of the employees, where do they work? They work in the factory establishment. Accordingly, employees' salary put at rupees 60,000. One clarification I shall give you, if it were to be given as office salary, then office salary cannot be included under the head of factory overhead, but instead it has to be included under the head of administration overhead. But in this problem, simply given as employee's salary, and as such, there is every justification to include it under the head of factory overhead. Then it stood at rupees 60,000. Then specifically given as factory rent, tax and insurance at rupees 7,250. Also again having added that one. Then next item of factory overhead is your power. Amount stood at rupees or amount put at rupees 9,500. Summation of 30,000 plus 60,000 plus 7,250 plus 9,500 total into 1,06,750. Now, having summed up the total amount of factory overhead, to go through the format of the cost sheet, say specifically given as add opening work in progress less closing work in progress. How about add opening work in progress? What about your opening work in progress? Opening work in progress given as rupees 15,000. How it could be adjudged as opening? Because the information given in the program 31st March 2018 automatically opened, 31st March 2019 closed. Now, tag end of the accounting year 2018, tag end of the year 2019, 18 representing opening and 19 end representing closing. So thus, now accordingly, 15,000 less closing work in progress stood at rupees 10,000. Now, to the factory overhead, opening work in progress having been added and closing work in progress having been deducted, say the resultant figure would be 1,11,750. So the prime cost of rupees 6,95,500, 1,11,750 having been added up, the resultant figure stood at rupees 8,07,250, which we call it as works cost. Works cost can also be called as work factory cost. Both are synonymous. Works cost are also called as factory cost. Stood at rupees 8,07,250. To this, we have to add office and administration overhead. In this problem, simply written as administration overhead, office and administration overhead. Same. Office and administration overhead. Under the head of office and administration overhead, only low item of expense is there, or only single item of expense is there, called as your general expense. General expense stood at rupees 32,500. Now, office and administration overhead having been added up, the total amount put at rupees 8,39,750, which we call it as our cost of production. Thus, in this problem, cost of production put at rupees or totaled up at rupees 8,39,750. Now, here again, you go through the format of the cost sheet already dictated and opening stock of finished goods. Where it could be ascertained, it could be ascertained here because stock of finished goods specifically given as it is 6,000 for year 18, 15,000 for year 19. That is 18 representing opening stock of finished goods, 2019 representing closing stock of finished goods. Now, opening stock of finished goods amounting to rupees 6,000 having been added, total put at rupees 8,45,750. Out of this, less closing stock of finished goods amounting to rupees 15,000 needs to be deducted. Opening stock of finished goods having added and closing stock of finished goods having been deducted, the resultant figure would be 8,30,750. Now, an interesting point to be noted in this connection is that 8,30,750 is concerned, it is called as the cost of goods sold. You must come to be more specific about cost. We write it as cost, but you don't write it as cost. You elaborately write it as cost of goods sold. In abbreviated form, we write it as cost. Cost of goods sold stood at 8,30,750. So this we have to add selling and distribution overhead. Selling expense specifically given in the problem as 9,250. Now, selling and distribution expense stood at 9,250, and accordingly it has been incorporated. The total amount would be arrived at 8,40,000. What does it come up, or what does it reflect on this picture? It is called as the cost of sales. Now, cost of sales stood at 8,40,000. Now, in this problem, sales information is given. To go through the problem, sales stood at 8,60,000. Thus, sales at 8,60,000, cost of sales at 8,40,000. The balancing amount definitely reflects the profit. In this problem, profit stood at 20,000. Thus, this is about the format pertaining to the preparation of your cost sheet. Now, you have to be well versed with the preparation of cost sheet. Say for the time being, you can easily very well refer back to the format of the cost sheet. But in the examination, you will not be permitted to go through the format of the cost sheet. Therefore, you are requested to make, or you are requested to practice the presentation of the format of the cost sheet. If you are well versed, even without any second thought, within 5 minutes, you can easily solve this problem. Say at the outset, this problem being the simple problem, it became a cakewalk for you all. But definitely, you will be forced with an issue pertaining to closing stock of finished goods. Because in this problem, closing stock of finished goods given as rupees 15,000. But your examination, closing stock of finished goods, it will be given as a big question mark. There we have to ascertain. How about ascertainment, or how about the calculation of closing stock of finished goods? In that case, we shall look into during our next meeting. Thank you.